Tonight from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, it's the Rays and the Blue Jays and an all-star matchup from Rogers Center.
A couple of all-stars on the mound. Nick Martinez for Tampa Bay, Dylan Cease for the Blue Jays to open up this series.
Dylan Cease will use that strikeout power and potential to keep them off the bases and not allow balls to be put in play by these Rays hitters. He faced the Rays earlier this season in the middle of May, went 7 innings, just 1 run, and struck out 9. He looks to repeat that tonight.
Leading off for those Rays is Yandy Diaz. He's DHing tonight.
Ernie Clement started back. He'll move in toward the second base bag and make the grab. There's 1 out for Dylan Cease.
1 down, and here is Jonathan Aranda. And right back over the inside corner with a 2-seamer to freeze him.
In a Blue Jays uniform, he's mixing a few other wrinkles, and that's a sinker. Inside on the corner.
Junior Caminero, the right-handed hitting third baseman, steps in with 2 outs and the base is empty.
To the gap in left center field. Down for an extra base hit. And Junior Caminero pulls into second base. A double. And with Cease, you have to say this. There goes the no-hitter because he's thrown him.
That was 97. It was in off the plate, and somehow Junior is able to short hop the wall out there in left center field.
Here's Cedric Mullins with Okamoto in at third.
Got it. A swing and a miss on a 4-seamer at 97 and a couple of strikeouts in the first for Dylan Cease.
Taking the mound tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays, going to be right-hander Nick Martinez, making his 19th start of the season. Outstanding season so far, 8-2 on the record, ERA of 2.65. That's good enough for 3rd in the American League.
And he's going to face Ernie Clement. These guys were teammates just a few days ago in the All-Star game in Philadelphia.
And the first pitch hit on a line down in left center field. Clement jumps on a first pitch heater, and he's aboard to start this bottom of the first.
Simpson over towards the line to make the catch for the first out.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Park will hold this one too. Victor Mesa for the second out.
Vladdy making his way back to the dugout as George Springer now steps into the box.
There goes Clement. And it's ball 4 to Springer. So runners at first and second with 2 outs. And an opportunity now for Kazuma Okamoto.
Into shallow left field with Simpson coming up. And 2 men left for the Toronto Blue Jays. Both teams leave him in scoring position.
And Cease again controlling the count, gets his leadoff man for a 2nd consecutive inning. So 1 out, bases clear for Victor Mesa Jr., who drove in the only run for the Rays yesterday with an inside the park home run.
Straightaway center field. Victor Mesa Jr. with backspin gives the Rays a 1-0 lead. Victor Mesa Jr. has a homered in 3 consecutive games. And it's 1-0 Rays in the second. We had the shot to right in Boston 2 days ago, the inside the Parker yesterday, and this went to dead center.
I mean, that's the 2-seamer. It did not look like a 4-seam fastball. A 2-seamer that ran middle. Well, he just continues to be productive.
We go to the third. 9-1-2 coming up for the Rays against Dylan Cease, leading 1-0. First one to Walls. Swung on and lined into right. That's a base hit for Walls. It'll bounce toward the wall on 3 hops. Walls speeding towards second as Lucas plays that out of the corner. And Taylor Walls, who had hits in every game he played against Boston, has a leadoff double for Tampa Bay here in the third.
And if you don't want to fall behind Dylan Cease, that's the way to do it. You get something to hit early and put a pretty good swing on it.
It's a big base hit to have someone in scoring position now with the lineup flipping over.
So wheel to second and a throw into center field. It goes over the head of Clement, and Walls, free of charge, will move up to third on the errant pickoff attempt by Dylan Cease. You know, Clement wasn't even at the second base bag yet, and it's almost like Cease thought, you know what, maybe I shouldn't throw it, and his throw wasn't even close.
I think he was caught in between.
Top of the third, nobody out with a runner on third, the 1-0 pitch.
It's a ground ball to second, backhanded by Clement. They'll get the out. Walls sized it up and thought better to go back to third. 1 down in the inning.
All right, now the infield stays in for Jonathan Aranda, who struck out looking his first time. This is a big moment.
That'll get it done. And with the infield in, Aranda hit a scorcher as Walls scores. The Rays have a 2-0 lead. So just as the balance of power seemed to shift back to Cease, Aranda with 2 strikes doubles the Rays lead.
Well, he tried to overpower him, tried to come with that fastball, and Aranda is able just to get the bat to it. Hit that ball off the barrel, and with the infield pulled in, you don't have a lot of range and you don't have a lot of reaction time. And that's a play right there that Ernie Clement is going to tell you, I have to make that play.
And the Rays are down in their half of the third. But for the second straight inning, the Rays score, this time in an Aranda single. Thanks to the error by the Blue Jays as well. 2-0 Rays after 2.5.
Second hit of the night for the Blue Jays, a 2-out single for Lucas, and that'll bring up Guerrero.
Believe it or not, Vladdy has not homered this year in his home ballpark. He has just 6 homers for the season.
Whoops. Guerrero all the way to the wall, and he can't quite get it over the fence. That close to his first Rogers Center home run in the regular season since last August. Still 2-0 Rays.
Rays up 2-0 on the Jays on this Monday night. Chandler Simpson, who's been on a pretty good run, and it's Victor Mesa Jr. who is homered, followed by Richie Palacios.
Back-to-back Ks for Cease, who after giving up runs in consecutive innings is starting to settle back in here, 2 down.
Went around, and Dylan Cease strikes out the side. 5 strikeouts now on the night.
Springer to third with 2 out here in the 4th.
And here's Kirk, who grounded out to short, hit it sharply on one hop and right at Walls. The 2-2. And through the right side, a base hit. Kirk with an RBI single to cash in Springer and to make it a 2-1 game.
Well, that is certainly a good piece of 2-strike hitting there by Alejandro, and we've seen him. That's what he does when he's at his best and punches it just hard enough past around into right.
You can really tell that he's starting to look like that guy that he was last year.
That'll do it for the 4th inning. The Blue Jays get on the board with a run on 2 hits. Springer singled in by Kirk. 2-1 as we go to the 5th inning. Dylan Cease starts with the catcher Nick Fortes.
Off the bag, and Fortes never broke stride, and he'll get to second base. And again, the Rays have a leadoff man halfway around.
Yep, have to get him in. That was a good read by Fortes on the throw that ended up being a bad throw, a tougher play as Okamoto's coming in, throwing on the run.
Walls squares and bunts. Third base side, it's a beauty. Okamoto has it, sets, throws in time. But Fortes up to third on the sacrifice successful. It goes 5-3. So the Rays have a runner at third and 1 out. Now it's up to Yandy Diaz to give the Rays a quality at bat. He's in a 1-for-18 stretch.
To short and through the wickets of Jimenez. One of the shortest fielding shortstops in the league. And the Rays figure out a way to get the 3rd run home.
And the Blue Jays having a rough night defensively as Tampa Bay takes a 3-1 lead.
So frustrating for a pitcher. You get a guy like Diaz, did the ground ball right to your shortstop, and Andres just pops up. Very uncharacteristic of him.
Runner goes. Pitch is high, and Yandy Diaz, of all people, steals second base without a throw. Yandy caught the Blue Jays napping, and he's into scoring position on his 2nd steal of the year.
Boy, you want to feel bad as a pitcher. Let Yandy Diaz steal on you.
And because of it, Yandy will get a chance to score running on Straw. A play at the plate, not in time. Throw to second, inning over. But Junior Caminero knocks in Yandy Diaz, and even though he's out, trying to stretch it to a double, the Rays have a 4-1 lead and have an answer to the Blue Jays' run last inning.
Rays are up 4-1 in the 6th. Cedric Mullins.
And a first pitch breaking ball hit to deep center by Mullins. And this one carries over the center field wall. Cedric Mullins with his 12th home run of the year, and the Rays have a 5-1 lead. And for a guy like Cease, who had allowed all of 5 home runs this year, he's given up 2 tonight to the Rays.
Well, that was a first pitch ambush right there by Cedric Mullins. Just an outstanding job waiting back on a curveball that sat right in the middle of the zone.
All right, let's see if Nick Martinez can put up another 0 here in the 6th. Rays have a 5-1 lead.
So Springer on base for the 3rd time, and here's Okamoto.
Up the middle. Palacios to the back 1. Able to get that throw in there for 2. A double play courtesy of Richie Palacios. I love Nick Martinez's reactions. There's Aranda coming in, and Martinez is through 6. He has outdueled Dylan Cease to this point. And the Rays 3 innings away.
There are 2 gone here in the 7th inning.
Here's Junior Caminero comes up. He is 2 for 3. He doubled in the 1st and had an RBI single in the 5th.
Left center field, deep into the gap. It's down for a hit, and watch Yandy run. The runaway train making his way to the plate, and he will score. Didn't even need a slide. RBI double Caminero, and it is 6-1 Rays.
We may have to do a stat cast on Yandy running. Boy, don't hang it, and he did.
A ball scorched to the gap by Junior Caminero, and that for Junior will be his 2nd RBI of the night and his 62nd of the year.
Brandon Little back out for his 2nd inning of work as he faces the number 8 hitter Nick Fortes.
Fortes into one into left center field and right on out of the ballpark. Nick Fortes, third homer of the night for the Rays. 7-1 in the ninth.
How many innings now have they scored in?
Six
Of the nine. Yeah.
And I have a feeling it's not going to be the last time they're wearing the light blues with the great hands.
Yeah. You might want to start scrubbing those tonight. Boy, got a hanger middle of the plate. A spinner.
And it's Brian Baker on for the Rays here in the ninth.
So the Blue Jays down to their final out. It's Andres Jimenez 0 for 3.
Given in the air to right and hit well. And Mesa able to track it down to finish off the Blue Jays on this Monday in Canada. The Tampa Bay Rays say farewell and good riddance to a 5-game losing streak, their longest of the year. And boy, did everybody contribute tonight